Hey everybody, Jay Barrino here. Welcome back. It's Warcraft 3 Reforged. We're continuing on hard difficulty and moving into the Sentinels campaign this time. The old beginning of Frozen Throne, but there is no longer a differentiation between Reign of Chaos and Frozen Throne. Let's get started. The Awakening.
In truth, it was I who was betrayed. Still I am hunted. Still I am hated. Now my blind eyes see what others cannot. Sometimes the hand of fate must be forced.
Illidan's sort of the bad guy now. Alright, Chapter 1, Rise of the Naga. Though the Demon Lord Archimon and the Burning Legion were finally defeated at the Battle of Mount Hyjal, much of Ashenvale Forest remains tainted by foul demonic energies. The combined efforts of both the Druids and the Sentinels have brought a tenuous peace to the Northlands, but dark creatures still lurk within the shadowed woods. In this perilous time, I have Shadow Song, the warden who once guarded Illidan's Barrow prison, has come forth to hunt her dangerous prey, and chain him once again beneath the cold earth.
These tracks are fresh, but they split off in opposite directions. Illidan must be getting help from someone.
Your orders, mistress.
You Watchers split up into two parties. Scour the woods. Find what you can. We'll meet you further up the coast. Remember, sisters, if you find Illidan, do not attempt to take him without the rest of us. He is far too dangerous to tackle alone.
Yes, mistress.
The rest of you, follow me.
I feel like they missed an opportunity to make
Illidan
this
is out there somewhere.
A campaign where you had access to like the Warden units,
For the
Watcher units. That would have been cool.
The end draws near.
All right, and we got Naisha.
That village has been razed. The bodies have been mutilated. Do you suppose demons did this?
Illidan's stench hangs heavily over this place. But those tracks were not made by any demons I know of. Be wary, my sisters. There's no telling what horrors Illidan has called to his side.
I like the look of Fan of Knives. I think don't more show up? Yeah, there they are. So we'll just keep Fan of Knivesing. Yeah, I like the look of Fan of Knives for sure. I think that's pretty good looking. Alright, we get our first rune.
We must hurry.
Alright, here we go.
The
No.
guilty will
Wait.
suffer.
Okay, well, Naisha did not quite get the
Justice
benefit,
will
but that's
be done.
okay. Is there somewhere to
will
like blink
finish
out
the
here?
hunt.
I don't think so. Oh, this is this is an area where you can like blink around.
I can wait no longer.
Well, it's always good to
The
explore.
guilty will suffer.
I'm pretty sure you can get runes of mana out here as well. But for the mission 1 here of Sentinel's campaign, this can be a little challenging based on how you
We're wasting
allocate
time
your
here.
mana specifically, for as an
The
example.
end draws near.
Blink is 50 mana, and we're going to be using it a ton.
The hunt awaits. I will finish the
Blink
hunt.
over here. We're going to be using it an absolute ton this mission and
Now
mission
is the
3 in
time.
particular. So I think it's important that you you get this level 2 in Blink just because of the mana reduction, even though it's still a 10-second cooldown. So you have patience, but still the resource
Justice will be
cost is
done.
much lower, which is
A
big
shall
positive.
guard us.
How dare you?
We're wasting
How dare
time
you?
here.
Okay, and then we get a Ringer Protection +1.
Yeah,
Every
it
little
is
bit for
out
this
there
mission is,
somewhere.
positive. And we'll just very, very slow. You know what? Might
The
as well
hunt
pick this
awaits.
up. Very slowly. You know what? We've got a rune of mana right there, so do the little bit of extra damage. I think for level 3, I'm going to take Fan of Knives. Then
hurry.
we'll have, as long as we get Blink level 2
The
for the
hunt awaits.
for the mission after in
Now
mission
is the
3,
time.
because you need to blink around for all these secrets and stuff on that map.
I will finish the hunt.
You can see how much mana we have to use just to blink like this, and then we have to get back. What I probably should have done
We
instead
must hurry.
was left the rune
The
of mana.
guilty
Well,
will
actually, I
suffer.
needed it in the first place to continue blinking around these stupid little islands. Anyway, the extra
wasting time
stats
here.
we got here were absolutely worth it. Just again for mission 1, where you need
I
Maya
can
to do
wait no longer.
some tanking because your units are
end
just so
draws
weak,
near.
so weak.
Now is the time.
Mistress, the Furbolgs have succumbed to the forest's corruption. It's as if they've lost themselves to mindless rage.
Their tribe suffered greatly during the Legion's invasion. They cannot be saved. Justice will
I think I
be
figured
done.
out just that my
The end
entire
draws near, as I suspected. Their whole race has gone mad. Slay them all.
I think I figured out my entire semi-issue with the, just the talking portraits. Number 1, they're desynced a bunch of the
The
times,
hunt
which is
awaits.
no good, in my opinion.
For
But,
justice.
separate of that, I think... Oh yeah,
guilty
+1
will
agility,
suffer.
baby. That's where it's at. I
can
think
wait
one of
no
the main
longer.
issues that I see is the
I
fact
will
that
finish the hunt.
originally the dialogue
We
here was
will
written
find
and it was
justice.
fairly emotive. Like when
Die,
there's a lot of
criminal.
emotion in the voice lines, right? So when they're speaking, you would expect the faces to be much more animated, and it worked really well originally because
Justice
it was
will
so
be done.
cartoony that the
must
expressions
hurry.
on their face in the portraits were
I am the
over
blade
exaggerated,
of the
and that
goddess.
fit really well. So like when a
There
character was
somewhere.
angry, it sort of fit with the way that they looked.
For the Watchers.
My watchers are
In terms
ready.
of how the portrait looked, I should say, when it was speaking. So now,
Justice will
it's
be
sort of the
done.
opposite. They're very stoic, and if all of the dialogue was very calm and
must
collected,
hurry.
then that would make more sense. But that is
I
not the
can wait
case
no
here.
longer.
So again, it's
end
it's
draws
a case
near.
where things sort of worked with the cartoony
Now is the time.
graphics aspect
For the
previously.
Watchers.
How may I serve
And so
the
now
goddess?
they
We're
would have had to
wasting
have made
time
the
here.
faces much more emotive, which
Illidan
probably
is
would have
out
required
there
way
somewhere.
more time put into the visualization of the portraits.
The Legion's corruption still grips the land.
This is a trap, yeah.
Ambush! The satyrs are attacking! Drive the foul brutes back! So, Illidan sent you foul satyrs to slow us down. He must be getting desperate.
Okay, this is good because we got Naisha taking the majority of the
Hunter
heat. Let's go
waits.
and level up Fan of Knives, as I had mentioned. Back up. Trying to just cycle out these archers.
Oh, too easy.
Well, even though I cycled him, it was still the same one that was taking the heat. Naisha's good to tank a little bit in these early missions, too. Until Maiev gets beefed up. It's nice to have a melee unit.
Mistress Shadowsong, we're lucky to have found you.
Report.
Good to have a melee hero who can actually tank some damage.
My party was attacked by a bloodthirsty wildkin. Apparently, Illidan's passing drove the creature mad. There's no telling how many more innocents it might harm.
This madness must end. We will find the creature and put it down. Justice will be done.
Okay, now I gotta get the wildkin. What is this?
I can wait.
We got mana.
These new minions struck here as well. They're bloodthirsty and fearless, whoever they are.
Alright, so the next
We're
level we'll
wasting
grab
time here.
Blink, just for the reduced mana cost. Then we'll grab Fan of Knives level 3, and then we'll get her
Illidan
ultimate.
is out
And
there
then,
somewhere.
I don't know, Shadow Strike I'm
I will
ambivalent about. I
finish
think
the
it's
hunt.
fine. I could see the positives and negatives,
Now
which I
is the
suppose
time.
is the definition of ambivalence. So there you go.
That's the creature we're after. Slay it quickly and put it out of its misery.
Yeah, slow it down. Keep slowing it down. It works.
I can
Okay,
wait
back up.
no
Maybe we can
longer.
draw the other ones out before
I
that
can
one gets
wait
kind
no
of
longer.
set into where it's going. So now we can fight. We can fight
Now
these
is the
alone.
time. The
Just
guilty
hold
will
position here.
suffer.
Here it comes. All right, maybe have it go for Naisha, and it is. The stop is irritating. Focus this one down, please.
The hunt awaits. Justice will be done.
Okay, you run away. You run away. Don't get stomped. You know what? She's just gotta stay back. Unfortunately,
I am the blade.
Naisha taking a bit of a beating, but there we go. We killed it. All
We're
for a
wasting
Tome of
time
Agility.
here.
What a thrill.
The end draws near.
You know, tomes are important items, but they're also
Finish the
boring. I
hunt.
guess it's kind of exciting when you see one drop, though.
Now is the time.
All right, destroy their nests. We don't want any more Wildkin coming back thinking they can just take over the forest.
We must hurry.
All right, we need some health
The
runes,
end draws
please.
near.
I would prefer some health runes or even a pot
The
of
guilty
healing.
will suffer.
Pots in general are a lot more sparse
I will finish
now that
the
runes
hunt.
are a thing. And they could have
can
made a
wait
lot more
no
changes.
longer.
Oh, there we go. Could have made a lot more
The
changes
guilty will
retroactively
suffer.
to the Reign of Chaos
I can
campaigns,
wait no
or what were
longer.
formerly known as the Reign of Chaos
find
maps.
Justice will be done. There, mistress. Those must be the creatures we're after.
Wretched night elves, you are no match for the Naga.
Naga. Many craven races have tempted our wrath over the centuries. None have survived.
Wretched woman, we will retake the surface world and put an end to your vile race once and for all.
I just realized, like, the glaive, like Naisha's glaive, is a lot cooler looking than the other ones. That's for sure. Look at this guy, Clam Shucker. Watch out, we got a Clam Shucker here, folks. All right, this is a pretty big engagement here. Actually, I like the look of the Myrmidons now. They're a lot more serpentine. I like that. All right, back out Huntress. Back out Maiev. Unfortunately, this is another instance where I think Naisha's got to be the one that takes all the heat.
My way has
You guys just stay back. No, well, maybe back there we'll find some, another rune or something. I think it's another area we can blink
These
around.
poor folk were slain just like the others. Illidan has much to answer for. He'll wish he were still chained in his cell when I get through with him.
But these wrecks, why would they destroy ships?
I don't know. Wait. He may have taken to the sea. Hurry, sisters. The port of Nendis lies to the north. Perhaps there we can find a ship and set sail after Illidan.
I mean, I know I missed a rune way back in the first Orc mission too. That one was a weird one for them to add. And I don't want to say it's because they're less noticeable. I think they stand out. They have a little, they still have a purple aura about them, but I think it's, again, just because it's different. My brain hasn't fully adjusted to the fact that that's what I'm looking for. And I don't know what it is about them. Again, they just sort of slip my notice sometimes, like that one.
Finish the hunt.
Okay, let's head over here.
I can wait no longer. Ashal Theradas!
Okay, I think she can handle this jerk.
Justice will
And was
be
there
done.
is there any point in coming over here? Again, I don't know what half of this stuff is useful for. Like maybe, well, we've already been down there.
Illidan
Okay,
is
yeah,
out
obviously
there
that's good.
somewhere.
Toma's strength is fine.
end draws
Give me
near.
that extra HP. All right, I think that's everything.
The guilty will
I guess I could destroy the fishing
Now is
village
the
as
time.
well
I will
to see if
finish
these
the hunt.
I don't know if any of these buildings drop anything. Like this one is selectable, whereas these are all doodads.
We're wasting time here.
I agree. We are wasting time. Let's go.
Now is the time.
All right, I think
I
there's
will
something back
finish the
here.
hunt.
I think I have to blink to it.
The guilty will suffer. The end draws near.
Scrolls. I guess, I mean,
I can
scrolls are
wait
still
no
always
longer.
pretty valuable, so it's good to have those.
I will finish the hunt.
Okay, blink back. And we can use that scroll
I can
protection
wait
in the
no
very last
longer.
section. I don't think I've lost any units
Now
yet.
is
That's
the time.
positive.
The end draws near.
And it's sort of what I
Justice
said
will
in
be
the
done.
Orc campaign. At a certain point, you notice that
The hunt awaits.
all of the changes are just sort of,
The guilty
they
will
just sort of
suffer.
stop. So, like, I guess the
Now
Orc
is the
campaign,
time.
the major difference, I mean, honestly, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that the very first mission, and only the very first mission, had a
must
rune on
hurry.
it. And it was a rune of mana. It wasn't a special rune like
For
there
the
was in that
Watchers.
first human mission.
I can
So I
wait
find
no
that kind of
longer.
stupid. Like, why did they
The
even
end
put
draws
that
near.
there? I don't know.
I will finish the hunt.
Anyway, yeah, we want to go over here next.
The guilty will suffer.
So that, you know, that was a mild change, but otherwise everything
Illidan
is the
is
same.
out
So you
there
saw that there
somewhere.
were some like semi-terrain changes in the Undead campaign, and the human campaign had some mild stuff like, oh, your
Now is
precept
the
mastery
time.
training on this one random mission. You know, like, again, it's like semi-small stuff.
We're wasting time
But
here.
it was noticeable to me, whereas in the Orc campaign, besides that one rune, I can't think of anything in the Orc campaign that was noticeably different.
We're wasting
The biggest
time
change
here.
across the board are the fact that
The
you've
end
got
draws
these
near.
Frozen Throne
I will
armor
finish
and
the hunt.
damage value changes. It made a pretty big difference in the
I can wait no longer.
Twilight of the Gods map, that's
The
for sure.
guilty will suffer.
Is this where we came from? This is where we came from, okay.
Now is the time. Illidan is out there somewhere.
I was hoping it'd be another clam
Justice will
shucker.
be done.
That clam shucker was huge, too. Guess it's an important job for the Murgle race. Clam shuckers require only the most able-bodied individuals.
The hunt awaits.
But yeah, I'm going to assume again for the rest of Frozen
guilty
Throne
will
campaigns,
suffer.
besides maybe,
My watchers
actually,
are
I'm pretty
ready.
confident any of the Dalaran missions in the Alliance campaign are probably slightly re-terrained, but otherwise I bet they're, in terms of like what enemies are on them and all that kind of stuff, I bet it's pretty much the same.
The
And I
hunt
don't say that to
awaits.
necessarily be a downer.
I will
It's probably
finish
for the
the
best because
hunt.
then I know what to expect. But you know, now that we're past the Reign of Chaos campaigns as well,
will
where like the
find
just
justice.
the armor and weapon
I
or
am the
damage
blade
values are
of the
different as
goddess.
well were changed. That at least changed some of the mechanics up.
Hi.
Whereas now again, it's everything is pretty much going to be
Gladly.
exactly what I expect, just good and bad.
For the tree.
Don't run away from me.
Illidan is out there
Were
somewhere.
were they supposed to say something? I feel like they were probably supposed to be like, hey.
Mistress Shadowsong, thank Illume. A band of satyrs captured the rest of my party. The twisted brutes are holding them in the nearby woods.
We will find them.
The twisted brutes. All right, let's get in there. That's a good
I can
fan of
wait
knives,
no
and we'll leave that. We'll pick that mana up.
Night Elf Watchers. I knew there were more of them skulking around out there.
You will release my warriors immediately.
Are we being invaded?
Justice will
Okay,
be
so we are
done.
now at the end after we
The
kill these
end draws
satyrs.
near.
Look out.
The way.
We're wasting time here.
Is there
Alright,
trouble?
get in there. Fan of knives.
What is
Does this guy have raised dead? Go. Yep. Sure does. Alright, you gotta run. You gotta run. Just keep.
You're wasting
Well, I
time
can't.
here.
Never mind. I think we're safe. Yeah, we're safe. Rune of Healing would be nice here, actually. I don't think it's going to be in the... Oh, cards for us. A Pot of Healing.
Justice will
Again,
be
weird.
done.
Like, why now is there a Pot
The
of
guilty
Healing?
will suffer.
But whatever. Break this.
What is nature's call?
The hunt awaits.
There we go. I wonder also if maybe there's...
How may I serve the
It's
gods?
dynamic, like the units you get
We
are
must
based on
hurry.
what units you've lost, and I've lost nothing, so
The
like this
hunt
cage only had
awaits.
2 archers in it.
On
I
your
wonder if
mark.
maybe there'd be more in there.
Illidan is out there
Are we
somewhere.
being invaded?
Let's pick up
We
that
must
mana.
hurry. I will finish the hunt.
Is there
Guess,
trouble?
I mean, it doesn't hurt to have our dryads there, too.
Justice will be done.
Okay, great. So let's go.
We're wasting
This
time
is
here.
the end of the mission. There's a soft timer to it, but it's relatively forgiving, again, unless it's been
We're getting
changed.
close. I smell something vile upon the wind.
Okay, let's get in there. This Huntress is not long for this world, but that's okay.
Quickly, you fools. The ships must be burned. The Master doesn't wish to be followed.
I cannot allow Illidan to escape again. We must slay those Naga before they burn the ships.
You are too late, little warden. The Master has already set sail for distant shores. However, he wished to thank you for the hospitality you provided during his imprisonment. He asked us to repay you in kind.
You're certainly welcome to try, monster. We're wasting
Okay,
time here.
so let's go
Are
and
we
go.
being invaded?
We must
Give him
hurry.
the fan of knives. There you go. Let's also scroll of protection.
The end draws near.
Just clean these guys up quickly.
I can wait no longer.
Okay, I'm glad that the Quaddle have like a noticeable attack animation, because in the beta they didn't have it. And now, you know, it's obvious now, it's fine.
Making trails.
Illidan is out there somewhere.
Okay, so how many? We need 2 ships. Alright, these ones down here are probably fine. Let's just kill these units before they get too far in. What you want to do, you want to blink in here and you want to pull these units where possible. Goodbye.
Make it fast.
You did your best.
The hunt awaits.
Keep using fan of knives. It's gonna be kind of close. Good thing to do is probably just blink as far in as possible with Maev. Okay, so these 2 are definitely going to be saved. Yeah, there's still 4 left. This is fine. Break the crates. I don't think there's anything in these crates. This area, I always thought it'd be a good place for them to hide something, but they don't.
We're wasting time here.
Kill this last guy. Just because they know the player's going to be in a rush, so it would be clever for them to have hidden
Now's
something.
the time.
Is there trouble?
Yeah, nothing there.
Moonlight shines.
Man of knives!
Justice will be done.
Alike.
Okay, it's fine. It was sloppy, but it was fine. Otherwise, I think we only lost 1 warden. Not warden.
Mistress, do you believe we can defeat Illidan even if we find him?
Illidan has grown powerful. Of that, there is no doubt. He consumed the energies of the skull of Gul'dan. Now he is neither night elf nor demon, but something more.
Mistress, why would the Naga harbor so much hatred for us?
We must trust time to reveal all things. Now, hurry. Illidan has a considerable lead on us. We must capture him before he causes any more harm.
Alright, on to what is possibly my least favorite mission of all of this. No, you know what? King Arthas is the worst. Let's be clear. King Arthas is the worst. But I really hate this island hopping mission. It's just long. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't have like a scathing 2,000 word review for it. I just don't like it. It's that simple. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.